Hey everyone, we are just days away from finding out more information on the Nintendo Switch 2. In this video, I'm going to try and predict that information, and I'm also going to focus on its first year on the market. I'm going to be thinking about hardware features, the first party and third party software, and I'm also going to have a guess at that pricing model. Let's go. Let's start with one of the things we know is happening, but with some of my additional predictions, and that's Mario Kart. I think we're going to see a brand new Mario Kart title called Mario Kart Live. I think it'll build on the massive success of the Booster Course Pass and be live service-ish type game. Don't get me wrong, I think it's going to be a full-priced game that you'll have some free content continuously added to. You'll have your single-player modes, you'll have your co-op modes, but I think a big focus is going to be on a seasonal type model, something similar to Splatoon 3. And I think at every season, there'll be free content and some premium content. And I think that premium content will be either purchasable in individual packs, but also be tied into the Nintendo Switch Online membership. And I think Nintendo's aim here is to bring out a title that is supported from day one of the Switch 2 all the way up until the end of its life. Now, the only other partly confirmed thing to discuss in this video is that mouse mode. I think Nintendo are going to use this in various ways. I think it's going to be in games, in pieces of software, and maybe even the menus. If we think about those cozy kind of PC games, the potential for those to come to the Switch as well, and also maybe even some productivity or application use. Now on to non-confirmed things. I think we'll see a new 3D Mario game, and this one's going fully open world. I know there's talk of maybe part open world, but I think full open world is where Mario is going next. Maybe for technical reasons, it'll be split into two vast locations, islands or continents, but I expect seamless traversal between different biomes and bumping into lots of enemy types. This would be the natural next step after Bowser's Fury, which I think was a test run for this idea. With Breath of the Wild being a jump for Zelda, Mario feels like the next big franchise to make that open world leap. Now, what about existing Switch games? I'm expecting some basic upscaling for original Switch titles on the new hardware, but unfortunately I don't think there'll be anything major. I know some people want more than this, but I just can't see it happening from a technical perspective. We'll likely see minimal improvements. I don't think there'll be any major frame rate bumps or overhauls. I don't think Nintendo's planning to flood the Switch 2 with ports of its old games, aside from a few exceptions maybe. The recent ports we saw were due to the Wii U's lack of success and older generation games just not being supported on newer Nintendo hardware. So all I think we're going to see here is resolution bumps or resolution range bumps. I think the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have a brand new to Nintendo multiplayer feature. I think there's going to be one game that is focused on this feature alone. I think this feature will be within other games, but I think we're going to see a first-party title as an almost gimmicky experiment thing that really showcases this new online feature. Despite not expecting many re-releases, there's one I do think will happen, a Zelda bundle. Think Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, all together in a 3D All-Stars style package, just like Mario got on the Switch 1. But I don't expect Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom to be re-released. I think they'll stay as Switch 1 backward compatible titles. In my opinion, this is to leave focus on a brand new Zelda game, but this will be coming much further down the line for the Nintendo Switch 2. At launch, I'm predicting just one SKU. No Lite, no Pro, no OLED, not yet anyway. Nintendo will want everyone focused on one unified product, at least early on. I think variants will come, but probably after a year or two. But for now, expect a single standard Nintendo Switch 2. Now here's a big guess of mine, and one I really want to happen, but I'm pretty confident in, and that's a brand new Animal Crossing, either at launch or within the first year of the Switch 2. I think some people think this is a bit further off, but I think it's actually part of the reason why we're seeing the Switch 2 released this year. New Horizons was a cultural moment, and Nintendo knows how powerful this franchise can be. A fresh entry on new hardware could be huge for Nintendo. And I think going back to the timing of the Switch 2 release, I think Nintendo wanted to release the Switch 2 when they had a new Mario Kart ready, a new 3D Mario, and a new Animal Crossing. I think third-party support is going to be huge on the Nintendo Switch 2. I think we're going to see titles like Monster Hunter Wilds, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Elden Ring within that first year on the market. I also think we're going to see GTA 5. I think we'll see GTA 5 initially, which will give GTA 5 a second lease of life. And I think the GTA 6 release will be after the Xbox and PlayStation platforms, probably closer to the PC release. All right, let's talk price. It's the big question, and I think it's the most important piece of information we need as consumers. I'm going to talk about just numbers and not refer to any particular currency, but I think the Switch 2 lands between 350 and 450. My official prediction is right in the middle of that, 399. My backup prediction would probably be 419. Anything higher than that starts to feel a bit risky for Nintendo's audience. I wouldn't rule that out, but for me personally, 450 or especially more, I would need to know a lot of detail on this hardware and a lot of detail of what this Switch 2 can offer me before I'm willing to pay that kind of money for it. So that's what I see the first year of Nintendo Switch 2 looking like. A smart mix of innovation for Nintendo Online, beloved franchises, and a wave of third-party support. What do you think? Do you think I'm spot on with any of my guesses? Do you have any other wildcard guesses of your own? Please drop them in the comments below. And please also like and subscribe this video. I've only just started this journey and I would love to do more and more of these kind of videos. Thanks for watching this log, and until next time, happy gaming.